What's good YouTube? It's your boy Axel Rose, the Shogun with the slogan, and we are continuing with more Street Fighter V coverage. Taking a closer look at Karin. Just a quick disclaimer, I would have loved to give you more combos, but every time I would get momentum, okay. As we could see, the beta was very lively and it was pretty tricky to gain momentum for just doing combos. So what this is an overall tutorial of Karin, her good strategies, and just a couple of combos thrown in there for good measure. Now Karin was first introduced in Street Fighter 03 as Sakura's rival. She's a rushdown character, pretty much in the same vein as Fei Long, very quick. She's got a chicken wing style attacks. She's got a record ken. Now it can only be used when she's in her V trigger state. But yeah, she's a very damaging character and she's looking like she'll be a favorite. Now her weak punch is very quick. It's not something that can be chained, but it can be linked. So linking is when you might press the button again in specific timing, but you can pretty much mash it out at times. And because she's very quick, it's very easy to begin combos. And it's cancelable, as you can see. So she could go into her special moves from pressing the button very quickly. There you go. You see it comboing there. Okay, so right now we are looking at Karin's medium kick, which you're going to be used for poking. Try to control the space in the center of the screen so you don't get pushed back into the corner. It's very quick. You can cancel into her special moves from it because it does quite good hit stun. And it's what you will be using for her cross-up situations, as we can see. And it is definitely one of her better normals in her arsenal. As we can see there, the range, she's just laying the boot. Boom. She also has a command kick, which was the third kick that I did at the beginning of this footage, which you can do by just pressing forward and medium kick. This move is very handy. Okay people, now Karin's medium punch is the truth. It is very similar to Cody's from Street Fighter 4. It shifts her position slightly forward. It does a grip of block stun and it is comboable into special moves. So this makes it very handy for whiff punishes, for, you know, just general poking and footsie games. You can stand just outside of range of your opponent and then cancel into something special. Now, her crouching medium punch doesn't have as much range, but it is still very handy, as it can still, and it is comboable into special moves. Now, her hard punch is pretty much weird, very weird. It has some good range, I guess. Not as good as her other normals though, because they're quicker. But her crouching hard punch is definitely what you want to be using for her anti-airs. And as we can see, her hard punch is what you'd be using to cancel into her forward dash, because it's the only thing that causes enough hit stun for you to be able to follow up with a punch or anything else after, and for it to actually connect. Now, when it comes to the funk of a hard kick, Karin is definitely playing no games. Her hard kick is very swift, very good for whiff punishing. Whiffing is when your opponent misses an attack. So, yep, you can catch them slipping with a hard kick. The range on it is very good. The range on the crouching kick, hard kick, is extra good. Definitely want to be punishing your opponents with that. Now let's look at a V trigger and special moves. This is the millionaire. The longer you hold it down, it changes its properties, makes it more stronger. Now we're looking at the Mujin Kyaku, which is very good for combos. Now, the weak version just does 2 kicks. That was the hard version, which does a 5 kick combo. The medium version is slightly slower. It's used to bait opponents after they've finished blocking the first 2 kicks. Whilst the hard one links together for a full combo. As we can see. Now Karin's next special move, the S.H.I.N.O. Love the way that rolls off the tongue. S.H.I.N.O. It is very good for ending combos or just getting in on space on your opponent whilst traveling. She has 2 different moves that can be followed after. One is a sliding kick and one is some sort of air grab, which is very ambiguous. So you can just use it to travel and just mix up your opponent. And it just looks really cool. Okay, so like Fei Long's chicken wing attack, Karin's S.H.I.N.O. is very good for changing her positioning, extending combos, and remaining ambiguous. Because since she's got the slide and the head throw, you can never tell which angle she's going to come from. So this move also works as a mix-up as well as a regular special attack, which kind of makes it better than Fei Long's chicken wing. Fei Long gotta step his game up, man. Gotta step that game up. Now, looking at Karin's next special move, the aptly named the Hokjutsu Seppo, which we're just gonna rename the Dragon Dash for simplicity, is a very good special move. Now, she has a special version of the move with a just frame, which is done if you press the button just after the first initial fireball to dash. That what we just saw there, the soda barge, is what we call the Orochi. As we can see it again, staggering her opponent. Very good for just getting that block stun. The uppercut is what we call the Tenko, and that is what you will be using for most of your juggling combos and just to make stuff look cool. Mastering the Dragon Dash is essential for extending your combos with Karin. You might also want to look into just getting the timing down of cancelling medium punch into medium punch, as it makes your combos longer and it adds a heck of a lot more stun to them. And the fact that it's a medium punch means that it can be cancelled into almost any one of her special moves. Here's a couple of examples which you can take advantage of. Check them out.